Ahoy, crew members. Today we're looking at a Jesse Lee Peterson interview with David Pakman. As always, I'll pause periodically to call out contradictions, evasions, and logical sleight of hand. Jesse asks simple questions. Watch how hard they are to answer. If you enjoy learning how arguments fall apart in real time, hit subscribe. Let's go.
And one of the reasons I'm concerned about you being a progressive is that...
Me specifically, or all progressives?
All men.
Men, only men.
Only men.
Progressive women don't concern you.
It's normal, abnormal for women to be progressive.
Interesting.
Or liberal, but
Wow.
it's abnormal for a man to be a liberal or progressive. It's a sign of being a beta male.
I didn't know
because real men are conservative, Republican, and strong in nature. So I'm concerned if you're a liberal or progressive.
If I became conservative, would I no longer be beta?
You become alpha.
Wow. Something to think about.
Yeah. How did you become a liberal / progressive? Were you always that way, or did something happen along the way?
No, interestingly, I'm glad you asked that actually. In high school, I took a lot of sort of standard, what we would call like classical economics.
Yeah.
And classical economics is pretty conservative in a lot of ways. It assumes rational actors participating in the economy. It assumes a lot of stuff that's sort of, right now, more conservative in terms of economics. So I had a lot of those ideas, and I thought that they made sense. And then I learned more about behavioral economics and the work of people like Daniel Kahneman and others who say, economics as we usually teach it is not right. And so that made me question the beliefs that I had sort of assembled over time. And then I was questioning all of my beliefs. So I definitely have had sort of a shift to the left. I was never a right-winger. I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
But I've definitely moved to the left the more I've become educated about issues.
This is why it's not good to allow children to go to public schools.
Tell me more.
Because they're brainwashing them. And
Well, I didn't go to public school.
They're turning them away from their values.
I didn't go to public school.
Private school, too, if you don't watch out for it.
I'm kidding. I did go to public school.
Yeah. Do your parents know that the school education system had this impact on you? Turned you into a liberal?
Do they know that it had this impact on me?
Yeah.
That's interesting. I mean, they know my political views.
Oh, they do?
They do.
And are they happy with them? Do
They're
they
very
agree
happy.
with you?
They're very happy.
They
No,
agree?
my mom is the happiest Jewish mom you could imagine. Yeah.
So you've not been married, you're not married or never been married, no kids and all that?
I've never been married, that's true.
Yeah.
I'm not currently married, of course, and I don't have children at this time.
Yeah. Do you date?
I do.
And do you find that it's difficult for young men of your age group, to find good women to date?
Not at all.
Not at all?
Not at all.
The women that you date and have dated, are they controlling?
Now, I do date women exclusively, but how did you know that I date women? It's possible I date men or both, right?
Well, that is possible, but I wouldn't assume that about you.
You didn't assume that, then? Okay.
Yeah, unless you tell me.
No.
Do you date men too?
Exclusively women.
Oh. Whew.
Would it be a bad thing for our conversation if I dated men?
Well, it wouldn't be bad for our conversation. It would be interesting.
Okay.
Why don't you date men?
I'm not attracted to men.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I don't see anything wrong with it, but I know you do.
You do not see anything wrong with it?
With being attracted to men?
Why not?
Why would it be wrong?
Because it's of the same sex, so it's abnormal.
But that's not an argument.
It's a fact.
What makes something normal?
Let me ask you this. I wanted to ask you this too. And I wanted to ask this on my radio show.
Please.
If a woman decides that, I feel like a man, and I want to be a man, and she goes to a doctor, rushes down the road to a doctor's office.
Yep.
He take off her female body parts and attach male body parts to them, to her. Would that make her a male?
Would it make her male, or would it make her a man?
Either one.
Depends how you define either, right?
All right. Would it make her a man or a male? Would she still be a woman with body part of a man?
I mean, it'd be a transgender man.
But would it be a woman? It would make her a man?
It would be a transgender man, I think.
Here's our first big red flag. Jesse asks a definition question. What is a man? David doesn't answer it. Instead, he pivots to empathy. That's not an answer, that's a category error. Empathy tells you how to treat people. Definitions tell you what words mean. Notice the move. When the definition leads to an uncomfortable conclusion, the response becomes emotional framing instead of factual clarity. If words don't have boundaries, they don't communicate anything. This is classic evasion by moralizing, implying that asking for definitions is somehow unkind. It's not. It's necessary.
I mean,
It means it's someone who was born biologically female, wouldn't it?
Right.
This isn't my area of expertise.
Right.
I'm interested
but
in the
just
conversation.
normal people, you know right from wrong when you see it, right?
Do I know right from wrong? I don't know. Do I?
You don't know if you know right from wrong?
I think people want to know what's...
If you knew a female who took off her female body parts and attached a male body part to them, would you think, wow, that's a man, or would you still know that's a woman?
Depends on the person, right? Depends what they look like and sort of how they exist
Well, how
in the
about
world.
a woman that you knew her very well? She said, David, you and I are good friends. Today I'm going to become a man.
Okay.
I'm going down to the doctor's office there and have some male body parts attached.
Right.
Would you think that your friend is a woman or a man?
I mean, my reaction would be radical empathy. I would say, oh, wow, that's a major change. Like, what's going on that's making you want to do that? And I would listen to them with empathy.
But would you know it's still a woman, or would you think it's a man? Would
Hard
you
to say.
think it's a man?
Hard to say. I mean, every person's different, right?
I'm talking about you.
No, I mean, every other person, I don't know what they would be like, what it would be like to be with them.
But what would you think?
I don't know.
Would you still,
who's
like,
the
I would
person.
still know that that's a woman.
Right.
I don't care how many male body parts she's attached.
Right.
It's still a woman.
Okay.
But would you consider it might be a man? Would you think of it as a man?
Would I think of it as a man?
Right.
It's a person, right? I don't say
Right,
it.
it's a female. But would you think of the female as a man?
We'd have to meet and see what it's like.
You
right?
already know her. You grew up with her. She's a good friend.
Right, but this is imaginary.
Would you think it's a man or a woman?
I have no idea.
Amazing. You don't believe in God. Where do you get your values from?
Where do I get my values?
Yes.
Culture, family, science.
Interesting. I wanted to ask you about, let me first ask, do you have anything to ask me? Any questions anything you disagree with me about?
Well,
we had our little
of course
thing
we disagree, but...
Like, what do you disagree with me about?
What do we agree about? I don't know that we agree on anything.
Like what, for example?
Economics, social issues, gay marriage. I don't know. Do we agree about anything?
Well, it sounds like we don't.
Yeah.
You know, I asked you, did you date girls? And you said, well, why would you assume I date girls?
It's interesting that you assumed that. Yeah.
Should I assume you date boys?
No.
Oh, because it's normal to assume you date girls until otherwise.
Statistically speaking, you're right.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so-
most people are heterosexual. Yeah.
So was I wrong for assuming you date girls?
I'm not at all offended, no.
Oh, okay.
I just found it interesting.
But it's interesting that a straight man would make that.
No,
Would bring that up.
the
because-
reason was you've called me a girly man so many times. Remember
that's
we
because
talked about
you're
that?
weak.
Oh, okay.
That's because it's not because I think you.
That I'm gay.
Right.
Got it. Glad we clarified.
I got to ask you about Kanye West. What do you think about Kanye West, his relationship with the president, and all the things that are happening around him right now?
I've never liked his music. I think he has significant mental illness. It appears that he's off his medicine, and I've never heard him say anything particularly interesting.
So you see him the way I see Ford, Christine Ford.
I'm not sure.
It looked as though she left her medication at home too.
I wouldn't be able to say.
Yeah, but how come you can't see she's mentally off, or appears to be mentally off, but you think that Kanye West is mentally off?
Didn't see it that way.
Why not?
That's my perception.
What has
of
he
it.
done to give you that impression?
Did you see the video of him in the Oval Office?
Yes.
I'm not a mental health professional, but the mental health professionals I've spoken to, including many in my family, identified that he seemed manic, bipolar, and generally off. And he did say, at some point, I think he said something about being off his medication. So I think it's pretty widely established.
Watch what happens here. David frames Kanye West's political statements as invalid because Kanye is mentally unwell. That's a genetic fallacy. You're dismissing an argument based on the speaker, not the claim. And notice the inconsistency. Mental health is usually invoked to demand more compassion, not to disqualify opinions, unless the opinion is politically inconvenient. If mental health negates credibility, then that rule has to apply universally. But it never does. It's selectively enforced. So which is it? Are ideas evaluated on their merits, or on whether we like who said them? You don't get to switch standards mid-argument without losing credibility.
What did he do to imply that? Those things.
I
about
just
him?
told you.
Right, you say he seemed that way, but what was he doing to imply that?
Again, his manic nature, his inability to sort of sit still, have a normal conversation, swearing in the Oval Office, looking around very anxiously, nervously, saying things that don't make sense, saying slavery was a choice. I mean, you know.
So you thought that slavery was a choice, or was a don't make sense comment?
I thought it was inaccurate.
Really? Why?
Because slavery is not a choice.
Amazing. And speaking of the Great White Hope, what do you think of the president now? He's been there almost 2 years. What's your impression of him today?
It's embarrassing.
In what way?
Well, all of the countries that are traditional allies are no longer even including the United States in important conversations because Trump just doesn't understand anything. He embarrasses himself time and again. It's a real, you know, this program is the fallen state. I feel like the office of the White House is in a fallen state.
And so that's why you say the president, you don't like him because of the reason you just gave me?
No, you asked me how I thought he was doing.
Right, give me something real.
That's all real. I mean, give me an area.
Is there anything you're happy with him about?
There's one thing I like, okay, which is that in the tax plan that he did, he lowered. Did you follow the tax plan?
Somewhat.
Okay. He lowered the threshold at which point medical expenses become deductible. So you now can spend a smaller amount on medical expenses before they become deductible, which I think is a good thing.
Is there anything else?
Not that I can think of.
That's it?
Yeah.
Amazing. So again, I'm black and slow. What is a man?
I do politics, not dictionary.
Are you a man?
I think so.
And what is a man?
You'd
Not
have to
male.
get a dictionary.
You know the
person.
male thing, right? But a man, what is a man?
Is this what you do, define words?
Yeah, what is a man?
I don't do definitions on my show. I'm not the right person to ask. That's so boring.
Do you know what it is?
Do I know what a man is?
Yes.
When I hear the word man, I think of mankind, like Homo sapiens, and, you know, what's the future of mankind?
This is the most telling moment of the interview. David openly says he doesn't do definitions. That's not humility, that's abdication. Public discourse is definitions. Law, science, ethics, all depend on them. Refusing to define terms while still demanding policy changes is intellectual asymmetry. It's saying, I can assert outcomes, but you're not allowed to question premises. Jesse's strength here isn't aggression, it's persistence. He keeps dragging the conversation back to first principles, and every time, the answer dissolves into vagueness. When someone won't define words, it's usually because the definition undermines the conclusion.
Don't feel badly if you don't know what a man is, because a lot of males don't know what a man is.
Okay.
You know, so you're not alone in this one.
Okay.
And these are some good males don't know what a man is. My final question, did you have fun?
No.
You did not.
No, listen, I think that this is, in 1,000 years, when the sociologists and the philosophers try to figure out what exactly happened in the United States right around this time, this type of conversation is going to be incredibly informative for them. So I'm glad to have participated in it.
Good, man. They're going to say, wow, Jesse was amazing. And the intellectual guy, nice. You're a nice guy. David, thank you for coming, man.
Thank you for having me.
I really do appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. And thank you all for tuning in. And don't forget to like, follow, tweet, share, comment, and all that good stuff. Check out our brand new song on the jesseleepeterson.com, on my Instagram.
You're doing songs now?
Huh? Facebook, Twitter. Yeah.
You sing or you play an instrument?
It's called
or?
beta male. You know what a beta male is?
No.
Check out the song.
Jeez. Trump, right?
Alpha, not beta.
See him with the toilet paper on his shoe? Super alpha move, huh?
I didn't see it, but alpha. Thank you all. Thank you, David.
Thank you.
And that's where we'll stop it. Simple questions, complicated dodges. If you can't define a man, you can't explain society, and you definitely can't rewrite it. If you enjoy breakdowns like this, hit subscribe, drop your thoughts in the comments, and we'll do it again next time. Take care.